And of course, know your history, because we do have old Joe opening up his mouth and saying things like the Second Amendment, whenever it was written, you could not buy a cannon. But there were Gatling guns, and that was a pretty high-powered machine, fully automatic, really. And I think you could own a cannon, too.
Have you ever seen somebody who is this misinformed and that confident all at the same time? It's actually incredible.
Hey, it's Alonzo Bodden, back again with another Rebel HQ TYT video. And guess who's back? That's right, our favorite, Lauren Boebert. I don't know if she's our favorite. I think MGT might be our favorite. Like I said, it's a tough call. Anyway, Lauren says that they had the Gatling gun and cannons back in the days when the Constitution was signed. Now, I'll get to the Gatling gun in a minute, but I like the idea of personal use cannons. Yes, back when the Constitution was signed, I'm sure you could get a few pelts, head down to the trading post, and get yourself a cannon for self-defense use only. No, Lauren, I don't think they sold cannons. And as for the Gatling gun, it was invented in 1862. The Constitution was signed in 1787, so you only missed by 75 years. Could happen to anybody. So it took me less than 30 seconds to Google those two facts, that the Gatling gun was invented in 1862 and the Constitution signed in 1787. That's right, Lauren. 30 seconds of fact-checking. Come on, you have an entire staff. Nobody there looks this stuff up before you spout off? Now, the guy on the TikTok video was right. She speaks with confidence. She speaks with the confidence of someone who actually knows what they're talking about. Unfortunately, there is a quote that applies. Often wrong, but never in doubt. Not sure who that quote can be attributed to. I Googled that also, and it seems it was a speechwriter for JFK. We don't know who wrote the quote, but we know who it's about. Lauren, often wrong, but never in doubt, Boebert. And that's a quality you want in a congressperson who is pushing for gun rights. Jeez. And here's what's even scarier about her being completely wrong. Once again, completely wrong. She's a Republican, and the Republican Party is the party that wants to defund education. Forget about defund the police. They want to defund public schools. In Arizona, they're trying to do away with public schools and give you vouchers. Now, vouchers are great if you can afford private school, but if you can't afford private school and that voucher money comes out of the public school budget, well, look what happens to the public schools. You graduate thinking that the Gatling gun was around when the Constitution was written. This is why they cannot stand facts. By the way, Texas, yeah, they were trying to change slavery to involuntary relocation. Yeah, that's what they wanted to call it, involuntary relocation. Guess what, Texas? Involuntary relocation is when you're building a highway and people have to give up their houses so you can build the highway in a straight line. It's not 400 years of slavery. See, that would be called slavery. This is why they hate critical race theory. This is why they hate the 1619 Project. This is why they hate the truth. Okay, Boebert, let's go over it one more time. The Founding Fathers were not talking about Gatling guns. They were not talking about AR-15s. There were no personal use cannons when the Constitution was written. As a matter of fact, there were words in the Constitution that said a well-regulated militia. You know what that means? That means you're allowed to write gun rules. It means you're not supposed to be giving everyone on the New York subway a gun and waiting to see what happens. On the day you're talking about this, on the 4th of July, the day we celebrate our independence, another mass shooting just outside of Chicago. It is unbelievable. I don't know what it's going to take for you to get it. Well, I will say this about Ms. Boebert. Ms. Boebert is once again uninformed, once again heartless. I guess we got to give it to her. She is consistent. Then we have to ask the question, not just what the hell is wrong with her. The question is, what the hell is wrong with us?